fan of all the dead time before it goes on. You know what I mean? The video.
It's just the delay with Instagram.
Yeah. So mostly I could just do this crap until it hits. We hitting? We on? Boom. Okay. A couple other things. Does Lunchbox always have to curse? Okay, Eddie, go ahead.
Yeah, does he always have to curse? Like, especially, so...
I don't. By the way, I don't mind cursing. We don't do it in here. I don't do it in real life. But I don't mind it.
I curse all the time.
Boom.
I do. I have no problem cursing, but it's where you're cursing. And I went to a sports bar. I brought my wife and my 17-year-old, and Lunchbox met us out there. And I was like, it's totally cool. But my 17-year-old, I don't curse around my kids. I just don't. And has he heard bad words before? Yes. Does he probably use them? Maybe he does with his friends. Not in front of me. Lunchbox shows up. F this, F that. What is wrong with that effing team?
Where else did he do this recently? Oh, in the car with your other younger kid.
On the way to the CMA.
Oh, yeah. This is
Same deal. Like, what makes him think he can just show up to our table where my kid is sitting and just start cursing all the time?
He's 17 years old. I mean, he's not a child.
But
like he's an adult.
That argument,
he's not an adult.
That argument, I would hold a little more. I'd hold a little more to it if you didn't do that around his 11-year-old. The same exact thing.
Mm-hmm.
That was more Ray the last time.
Both of you.
Way to the CMA. So I mean, let's be real.
But
trying to point me in that finger.
But okay, go ahead.
But yeah, I'm like a 17-year-old. I mean, my dad cussed around me when I was 17.
But you're not the dad of his kid.
Well, but he didn't say anything. Why didn't he say something then? Why didn't he say, hey, man, my kid's here?
Because he wants a bit on the air. I don't know, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, he didn't say anything. So I thought.
You do curse a little. It's weird because.
Especially when you're sitting there watching sports.
I have no problem.
Curse words flow out of you.
By the way, I have no problem with cursing. I have no problem with you cursing. All good. I don't even care. Words are just sounds, and you can go 6 hours one direction in an airplane. That sound does not mean the same thing. So you know my whole... A sound is just a sound. It's the intent behind it. I will not walk you there because it's a stupid place to go. That being said.
Especially at a sports bar.
Being said. As soon as you walk out of the door, all you hear out of Lunchbox's mouth is F, 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 F. Now, I commend him for holding it in here because he has to.
It must be hard.
Yeah.
Then I got to get it out.
It's probably like flexing a muscle the whole time. You can't just hold it, but he's probably like flexing a muscle the whole time he's not cursing. But... You curse a lot. I mean, more than anybody I think I've ever met.
Oh, thank you.
Not good or bad.
Yeah. I'm glad I'm number one.
Uh-huh. I used to like to curse.
It's fun.
Sometimes there's no better way to explain what you're saying without cursing.
Or an emotion.
Mm-hmm.
That too.
Or a release.
Excuse me?
Oh, like the F word is real nice sometimes.
Oh,
just
like
a good
got it,
release.
Got it.
Yeah.
Because I used to never. I didn't cuss, and not because I was against it. It just, I didn't cuss at home. My parents cussed. I have siblings that do, but like high school, college just wasn't my thing. So even as a young adult wasn't my thing. It wasn't until a few years ago that I started cussing, and I was like, what if I've been missing out?
Right? It's good.
But I don't do that. I respectfully, like, I take in my surroundings, and if Eddie's kids are there, I'm not going to, like,
I'm just surprised at how much he curses in the hallway.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's like, and I know tomorrow will be Tuesday Reviews Day, and we'll talk about Severance, but for the 2 episodes of Severance, there's like one place that you walk through and you change into the severed part of you. It's like as soon as he walks through that doorway, his eyes go, blah, 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 and all of a sudden he's the other version of himself. No, I love cursing. I haven't in probably 5 years now, but I only do it for no moral reason because I don't think there's anything morally wrong with it.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's a sound, and if you're going to walk there, we can. I won't. But I think that I just did it because I didn't want to rely on it when I was either writing jokes or writing books, or I feel like it's a crutch that people can use when they have nothing else to say to add or be funny. And I didn't want to do that. Some people use it wonderfully funny. I didn't have the ability to do that, so I didn't. But he did show up and he cursed too uncomfortably.
Yeah, just a lot and loud too, where the whole bar can hear it. You know, it's just, and I wouldn't have really thought anything because I did take my son there, and it's a sports bar, and it's okay. Like people do curse, but the fact that Lunchbox would even talk to him and be like, "Can you believe this?"
Oh, that's funny.
And my son afterwards, like,
okay, you gotta admit that's kind of funny. If he's right at the kid, going, "Can you effing believe this?"
and my son's like, "Wow, Lunchbox curses a lot. I didn't realize that."
Did you see the basketball coach that pulled the girl's ponytail?
No,
that wasn't good.
No.
Oh my God.
He was her coach?
Yeah, she grabs her from. And again, I think there is I'll play some audio of this, but I think there is a blurred boundary on coaching and leadership, and not everything that happens in the business world and the coaching world should go hand in hand. It's not the same, right? I don't think it's the same. I think there's some elements of it that are. This was over the line. A Hall of Fame girls basketball coach in upstate New York apologized Sunday after being fired over the weekend for violently yanking the ponytail of a star player and appearing to berate her following an emotional loss. Audio me.
Northville girls basketball head coach Jim Zullo, a New York State Basketball Hall of Famer, was fired late last night following a post-game incident with one of his own players. After Northville's loss in the Class D championship game, Zullo was seen on the NFHS network broadcast pulling the hair of senior Haley Monroe as the team waited for the medal presentation. Monroe directed an expletive toward him after he instructed her to shake hands with the opposing team, which is what he says led to the incident.
So it sounds like he's upset at her for being a bad sport, if I'm hearing this right.
Mm-hmm.
And I can understand being upset at a player, especially after a loss, tensions are high. You can't do what he did. If I were to just, Amy, here's the head. This is her head right here. He walks up and goes, and just jerks it back like that, trying to get her attention.
Right.
And maybe too, because he's a man and she's a woman, it feels different. Because if my coach would have grabbed me by the back of I don't think okay, I probably deserved it.
And she said a bad word or something.
I think that Lunchbox, you may know this better. Tell me if I misinterpreted the story. I read it twice.
I
think she's the star player.
Yeah.
One of them. She was not happy that they lost. She didn't want to shake hands or had a problem with that. I don't know if it was because of what happened during the game, if she's just mad. The coach was like, hey, we need to go shake hands. She's then kind of walking. He grabs her ponytail and was like, hey, you come back here.
But she said something to him. That's what the reporter said.
Yes, but you can't really tell what it is because she's looking the other direction.
Got it.
Audio did not come through on the video.
Got it.
But then another player has to step in between them.
You can't.
No,
you
you can't
do it.
You can't do that. If that would have been a dude, you'd go, probably can't do that. But you're not going to probably.
My coach used to grab us by the face mask and throw us like.
Different though, helmet.
Football's different.
I know.
And helmet is different. Helmet is way
not
different.
part of your body.
Right. I hurt my neck every time I did it.
And he is 81.
So old school.
I mean, that's pretty impressive. He's 81 and still coaching high school basketball.
And fiery.
Yeah.
He got fired.
He looks just angry.
And you know
they
what?
just lost. They just got.
No.
I
I'm
don't
looking
think
at
he's
pictures
even angry
of him.
at the loss. I think he's angry at
Disrespect.
Sportsmanship.
at their attitude after losing. And I'm not making an excuse for him. You can't do this time.
No. I just think he has a I'm looking at old pictures of him he's like very angry looking.
Well, basketball coaches have to yell a lot at refs.
Yeah.
I don't know enough about him. I just saw the video and thought, this is what I would compare it to.
That sucks.
It doesn't matter the situation. You can't do that. Just like you're a superintendent, you can't get a lap dance from a kid. It doesn't matter the situation.
Yeah, even if it's a pep rally.
It doesn't matter. Right. It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
It just doesn't. Anything that's surrounding it, it doesn't. And that sucks. So.
I mean, now you bring that up, that lap dance thing, that thing at the pep rally, those things
It's
are
so
just,
stupid.
The more I think about it,
What an idiot.
it's crazy.
That they would even think that would be acceptable.
It's just crazy.
It's crazy.
Like,
If he would have grabbed her by the back of her jersey and pulled her, he wouldn't have been fired.
Sure.
And they'd have been like, "Whoa, no need." But still, there's a difference. You just can't do it.
which one's worse, the hair pull or the lap dance?
Let me think about
Yeah,
this
that's
before
tough. That's a tough
just
one.
putting something out there. Let me think about this here.
I mean,
I'm probably gonna go hair pull because it's physical and there's anger involved. The lap dance is just lack of judgment, and just a lack of judgment with anger from the. Oh my God, they're both terrible. I don't even want to rank them.
Oh, it's a good game.
That's a hard game.
What would you say? I
Wait,
say lap
remind me
dance
of
because
the
it's
lap
sexual.
dance?
Well, first of all, they didn't take their clothes off
I know, but
But they
who
had-
was dancing? He was in a chair.
Yeah.
Or he
in the pep rally.
And the cheerleader.
Well, was it but it wasn't like wasn't a dude.
or maybe it was a dude on
So
the girl.
it's the student
whatever.
lap dancing to the teacher,
Yes.
or the principal. 'Cause-
Yeah, but they were in like a costume too, right?
right.
Like a
Okay.
bee, like a bee, like a.
See, it would be worse if the principal was the one lap dancing
Well,
to
yeah,
a
yeah, of
student.
course it
so
would.
I'm going to
Yeah.
go with the hair pull if you're making me choose.
Me too. I believe they were in
Based
like
on
a
that.
like a.
It's a mascot, and the mascot was dancing on the school administrator.
Oh, and the school administrator looks like he doesn't even want it. He's like, get away from me, get
Oh
away
yeah,
from
that's what
me.
you always look like on a lap dance, dude. Like I don't want that.
Wait, you mean in general?
But,
Yeah.
it was a big bee. He maybe didn't want that.
Yeah, you wanted the costume off or what?
No.
You know what? If you don't want that, you can get out. If you really don't want it, you can be like, "Hey, stop."
Oh wait, no. Then the administrator
Yes.
pretends to do it on the bee.
Thank you.
It elevates. It continues.
Poor judgment.
I'm still picking the
ponytail.
Yes. Okay, I have a lot of notes that I don't know what I wrote. Okay. Okay. Oh, got it. This one says car almost hit person. Okay. So, remember the story? My car was parked at the Ryman. We were playing the $1 Million Show, Eddie and I's charity show, and an air tank
Propane.
full of propane flew off of a truck because it was so windy and nailed my car. There was a person that was standing right beside, and she wrote me a message that had it not hit my car, I would have hit her. My car's a
Your
hero.
car's a hero.
My car's a hero.
And your car may not want to be called a hero, but your car's a hero.
I asked it. You want to be a hero? She goes, I'm not a hero.
No, your car. You're a hero.
Boom. Do you want to hear the I thought I was being scammed thing?
Yeah.
It's bizarre.
I am in Vienna, Austria, which is a weird thing to say, but
What time was it? In
Dude.
Vienna. Do you remember? Like what time of day?
late at night.
Okay.
Because I get an email that is, I just want to pull it up. It was for sure a scam. It's one of those where you get where it's like I got one from Coinbase, because I used to have a Coinbase, the app where you could just like buy crypto or stocks, and I got off that one a long time ago. Took all the money out of it, put it all on Robinhood. I don't use Coinbase anymore. But then what happens is when a lot of those emails go up in the dark web, they can use them in email. They have those email accounts, so send mass emails out. They go, someone's got into your account, even though they haven't. But since they know you have a Coinbase account, you'll click it, and then they have your stuff, right? That's kind of how that works. So I got a Coinbase one, and I was like, okay. Turns out I realized, don't use Coinbase, don't click it. Got a Topgolf one. Now, who doesn't love Topgolf? Exactly. Everybody loves Topgolf in some form.
It's fun.
Eddie's birthday was last week, 21st, I believe, and I don't know much about
It was on a Friday.
Is that 21st?
Yeah.
Yours 18th?
Yeah.
Awesome. So, right now in Vienna, it's like 6 p.m., close 6 p.m., so it was late.
Okay.
And it's like, hey, Topgolf, it just in your name has just been activated. And I'm like, I'm not falling for this. What the crap? And then it says, your name's on your. You can say your name.
Yeah.
Okay. It says Eddie Garcia, and I'm like, oh, they must know I've spent something on Eddie before. And it says $300 is taken out of your account from Eddie Garcia. And I told Caitlin, I got to get on LifeLock because
Or Eddie's stealing from me.
I don't know what's going on. And she's like, what? So I send a text to my assistant, and I say, because it was Eddie's birthday, let me find it. I say, with a picture of the email, I say, did this happen to be you that sent this? If so, thank you for sending this gift to Eddie. Awesome. She writes, typically I would, but no, I did not do this. And I'm like, oh my God.
The confusion around this is amazing.
And this is the thing I got from Topgolf. Hello, Bobby. It's officially a gift. Eddie Garcia has viewed the $300 USD Topgolf e-gift card. And here's your order number. And then it says from Bobby, if you have any questions, click here. And I'm like, there's no way. They just, and they use Eddie. And then I read on and it says, you sent this e-gift card.
Does it have the year there?
Yes, March 21st, 2022.
Yeah.
What happened is I sent Eddie a $300 gift card on his birthday 3 years ago. He never opened it, was reminded he even had it, opens it, and goes to Topgolf.
It's pretty amazing because I got an email from Topgolf on my birthday that said, happy birthday. You know you still have a gift card from 3 years ago that you have not
I
used.
spent $300 3 years ago. He never used it.
That's amazing that they sent you a reminder. Usually a company doesn't want you to spend it, right?
Agreed. I thought that was so cool.
They would want you to never use that money, so they just made $300 profit.
Yeah, or they think
want you to get there
spend
to
more.
spend more money because you will one use the card to eat food.
Oh.
It's already been spent.
Didn't think about
if
that.
every bay is not full. Regardless.
So I woke up and I was like, honey, we're going to Topgolf. I guess I had this gift card from 3 years ago.
I had this gift card.
Yeah.
I spent $300 3 years ago. He never even opened it.
But that must have been around COVID time. Probably like a lot of craziness.
Or you
going
probably
on.
thought it was spam.
5 years ago.
Maybe.
COVID's 5 years ago,
Yeah,
right?
COVID's 5 years
Yeah,
out.
but
man.
2022, we're still dealing with
Who
some of
knows,
that
man?
aftermath.
Don't hit me with who knows, man.
I don't think 2022 was any aftermath. I think we were full blown back in it.
So forever I'm like, I'm being hacked. Then it's like, I bought him a gift for $300 3 years ago. He never even opened it. What would your emotions have been?
Well, do you want me to talk about my gift to you that you haven't got?
And after you do that, Amy, I'll talk about my gift
But
that I
you
got
said
for
we
him.
talk about it later, so I'm not going to bring it up.
Oh, we can bring it up,
But at least he opened
I
your
thought
gift.
I was getting hacked.
Oh, yeah,
and
I
there's
would think-
and I can tell you the difference in mine and yours. There's a big one. I feel really guilty about you spending thousands
But you
of
don't
dollars.
have to.
I know, but I do. That's what I said. There's guilt associated with that.
Oh.
So there's no guilt. He just forgot.
No, it was a pleasant surprise. I can't believe I had a gift
Yeah,
card
I
for
don't think
$300.
I don't think it matters when you spend the gift
He
card.
But he
forgot
didn't even-
about
no, hold
it.
on. He didn't even
that's
open
okay.
it back in the
Yes,
day.
he
How
didn't
does that
look
make
at
you
it.
feel, Bobby?
You had to activate it.
How does that make you feel?
You know, not worthy.
He's just feeding the flame.
No,
Like
no.
he-
Bobby said, how would you
I
make
was
that feel?
First, I was happy I wasn't hacked, if I'm being honest, because I thought for sure I was hacked and somebody
So
was getting.
there were several emotions.
Yeah, it was really.
Okay,
get
so
that, I
it started
get
with
that.
It
happiness.
was really a stew. It's a stew of emotions.
But what gift card tells the giver, like, oh, they finally used it 3 years later?
Right,
Like,
that's a little rude,
Top
too.
Golf, a little rude.
Like, shut up, Top Golf.
yeah, why are you doing that?
They sold you a... Yeah.
Yeah, that part is weird.
I'm happy. You used it.
Oh, it was awesome, dude. Yes. All $300 of it.
I'm happy that you
Used
got
all
me.
300?
Oh, yeah. Did we
Well,
golf
he
for
has
3
4
hours? I
kids.
got 4 beers. Yep. And I have kids.
Oh, I forgot about that.
I got nachos.
Taking 4 kids, a wife, yourself to do anything these days.
You know how much
Why
lunch
do you think
was?
I always ask for free stuff?
You know how much lunch was at a drive-through for my whole family? It's gone up. It was $70, man.
For like at a specific one, not Top Golf. Like
No,
any
like
of them?
it was like a Chick-fil-A.
Got it
$70.
for 6 people. But think about yeah, I hear you. But think about 6 people, $12 a per, $11 a per. You know,
No,
12.
I get it. I know how it adds up, but that always gives me an opportunity to be like,
But I just
can I get a thank you from anyone in the car, please?
I hear you. I just want our listeners
what you
to know
say.
Yeah, I love it.
that you're not going through with just you and your wife and 1 kid.
I know.
Like it's full Swiss Family Robinson, bro.
Eddie, you should start just looking around. Don't say anything. Just start act like you're looking for something and be like, look in the console, or if you're at home, start looking in the cabinets, and they're gonna be like, what are you looking for? And be like, I don't feel like I'm looking for a thank you.
Anyone seen any appreciation around here?
Oh, it's not bad.
That's
Amy,
what I
I
do.
love
Yeah,
that.
yeah,
Not bad.
yeah. And then anytime they see you start to look, like they'll be like, oh, we should thank Mom. She's looking for something.
That's funny.
I don't know what that one means. I wrote some stuff down and I don't know what it means. Okay. A couple Amy, you can go with your thing. Go ahead, take some shots if you need it.
I don't have shots at all because I don't really feel like I understand.
What
but
I
I guess
said
I
to-
was curious about what thoughts I was supposed to have about that because, I mean, I don't even remember the year. It was before COVID, I think.
I'm sure it was.
that I got you.
But do you understand my what my emotions are attached to it?
Yes.
So if you don't mind explaining, if you feel comfortable, would you explain what you gifted me years ago?
Okay. So I feel like, well, there was like sleep and there's anxiety, there's different things going on in your brain. And I heard somebody talking about this, specifically Amy Grant, and what it had done for her brain and the healing. And so I called the clinic and I got you a gift card to there. And they said you should at least do 5 sessions or it won't really. So I was like, well, I don't want to just get him 1 or 2 because it's like, oh, here's 1 or 2 and then you have to figure out the rest. So I just went ahead and got the 5-pack. And then you're supposed to go in and get it. And I don't know
get
that you
it
ever
like
went
I
in.
did-
But they didn't actually have like gift cards. So then I had to print something out for you. So I printed it out and put it like as the gift because they didn't make them. But everything was on file. Like if you were to go there, they would have your info.
So can I tell you, my thought was, especially initially, was very kind. 2,
But kind of weird.
no, I don't care about that.
Oh.
You gotta see the stuff I do when I'm alone.
What the?
I don't want to see that.
It's like a neurofeedback type thing.
Which is great because
Yeah.
I've had issues that we haven't really talked about on the show. I thought there was potential that you were going to pay for it as I went, and I knew what that cost, and I did not want you to incur that cost. So I wasn't for sure if you'd paid for it all ahead of time, or if I went every time that I went, it was you having to pay money. And I don't like people to pay for me for stuff because it's this stupid rooted trauma that is stupid and wham me. But that's where that came from. And I'm like, I'm not making her pay for this. It's super nice of her to think of that, but there's no chance I'm going and making her spend money on this because I know of what she paid for it. That is where that comes from. Not because I forgot about it, like stupid Topgolf.
Oh, yeah.
So the question is, have you already paid for it? Because that would be if you have paid for it, then I'm a bad person because you paid for it and I haven't used it. If you
Yeah.
haven't paid for it and you're paying as I go, some of my initial feelings still remain. So where are you?
This was so long ago. I don't remember. But yeah, I mean, consider it paid for.
I can't not consider
They
it.
took my credit card, so
but
I don't know
was
how.
it for each session? Then they charge it.
No, I bought the 5-pack. When you buy a 5-pack, you buy the 5-pack. It wasn't like I was, they were going to charge it every time you showed up. You get the 5-pack, and then there's 5, and when you go, then there's 4
But
left.
they
and then
charge you
3.
every time.
No,
Can
I
you-
bought
okay.
the 5-pack
Can
because
you just-
I know the total, and
Can you just figure that out? Can you get some direct?
let me even see if this place is still open.
Oh, maybe they're out of business.
Oh my goodness.
You waited 5 years,
I know,
man.
dude. I know.
I don't even know.
That
But
happens,
the difference
man.
is, I never forgot about it. I just did not want her to incur a cost.
Oh yeah, okay.
Or maybe you just don't believe in the whatever.
No,
she got you.
not that at all. I do because I have other friends that have
done it.
gone through it.
I have a question.
Yep.
Did you ever find the gift card I got you for Uber Eats?
No.
What was that, Eddie? Tell us that story. I don't know.
I got him a $100 gift card for Uber Eats because I thought, like, what's a gift card that he would really use? He loves Uber Eats.
Yeah. So they
and he
do.
lost it.
Okay.
I didn't lose it. I'm pretty sure somebody stole it.
Oh, in your house.
Eh,
Oh, there's a thief in your house.
What I did, so you buy a package. The first 5 sessions are part of the package, and that's what I paid for. And then, should you choose to go back for tune-up sessions, that would be on you. But I got
You already paid for the other ones?
well, I'm just looking at how it comes on the website, and I know the total, and that's the total for the 5-pack. So I know I got the 5-pack.
Can you call and see if
I
they're
got the
still good?
5-pack.
If it's still valid. If it's still valid, I
And
will
I'm like,
go
does
in the
this
next few weeks.
expire? Okay.
But they're still open. That's a good sign.
That is good.
So it says here.
Bad economy right now.
Third, inflation,
Inflation.
Yeah, and it's not far.
eggs. We
Like,
just say stuff.
It's in a part of town that you.
We're just
Yeah.
doing buzzwords. Yeah.
It's in a part of town you
Did
frequent.
you say Tesla?
Toilet paper.
Oh, they said Tesla.
Tesla, too.
You know what I mean?
If you'll let me know, and it's already paid for, I will go within the month.
Wow.
Yes, it's going to be paid for. If they don't still have your name on file,
If they say it expired, Amy, would you pay for another 5-pack?
I'm going to be like, how would this expire? If nobody used it and you took, because
Yeah, you tell them.
Well, maybe on there it has a date expiration.
they didn't give me a date because I had to print my own gift.
That's true. That's also why I felt it was kind of like her.
No,
'cause
it
she
wasn't
printed
though,
her own.
because they didn't. I don't think they had ever had somebody want to buy this as a Christmas present for somebody. Most people go there voluntarily, and I was like, "Hey, you
He
need
needs
this."
it.
Right.
If you will find that out for me, I would graciously
Yes. Okay.
use it.
Perfect.
But not. I will say no more. Thank you. And
Yeah.
the end.
Cool.
And we have. Did my wife give you our present yet? You haven't seen her yet, right?
No, because we just no.
Okay, I don't know. Okay. Then I will also say no more about that.
Okay. Because y'all were gone.
Thank you for the Topgolf, though, dude.
Hey,
Appreciate
hold
that.
on a second. Let me call me back in 2022
2022.
and let that person know. Okay. Ray, voicemail number 5, please.
Hey, Bobby, I expect a great show this coming week. Your Razorbacks beat number 2. Can't wait to hear y'all live again this week. I hope y'all had a great vacation.
If you look at my Instagram story, my Instagram page and my feed, I had to watch games at 2:30 in the morning.
Well, that's tough for
On
you.
the phone. It's terrible because I also wanted to be a good husband and like go look at stuff
Mm-hmm.
with my wife. The Arkansas-Kansas game wasn't over till 2:33 a.m. So I was up watching it on a phone, going through a VPN. You can't watch YouTube TV or anything over there because it's out of the country. Like
Doesn't ask
nothing.
you that.
So I had to go and find like a bootleg version of somebody showing it on TikTok. It's terrible. And they like move the camera, and I'm only looking at half the TV, or like move their phone. So
Oh, they don't have it on TV over there?
no,
Which is crazy.
almost, dude.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Like, we watch soccer here from another country all
That's
the
a
time.
great point.
How come they can't have March Madness?
Okay. I don't know the answer to that, but I do know they have like
answer,
3 English channels. There's like CNN International, which there's none of the opinion shows on that. It's literally just international news. It's not even CNN that we get, but it's in English. There's almost no English television. If you were to log into I could get Netflix, but I get Netflix for whatever country I'm in.
Oh, their version.
It's 80% of the same, but there's some stuff, though, that's a bit different.
Wow.
You know what I started last time, Morgan? Was Daredevil.
Oh yeah.
So I was a little tired, still a little tired from the trip because the times are all off. I did not realize it was a continuation. Not-
From the original series.
Not a reboot, not all new. It is a continuation from the Netflix series a few years later now, just on same actors and everything.
Yes,
Did not-
and they even have some continuation from other shows that have blended into it.
Really?
Ben Affleck, he was a Daredevil.
No, that was the movie. Kind of panned, and I actually didn't mind the movie. But no, I really liked it on Netflix. And I was worried on Disney Plus it wouldn't be as gritty. And I fell asleep 3/4 of the way in because I was so tired. But I liked it. It's gritty. Like, there's blood and stuff.
Yeah, it's gritty. It's
Yeah.
dark. I'm all caught up on all the newest episodes. Like, I've been watching it each night at premieres.
Oh,
and
no, it's weekly?
yeah, it's weekly.
How many are out?
I think there's 3 episodes out now.
It's the worst.
This week
Oh,
is the
it's
4th.
worst.
I hate it. I'm stuck like that with White Lotus, man. I'm like week to week.
Question.
Oh, White
question.
Lotus.
Question about White Lotus. Hold
What?
it. Say nothing. Say nothing. Hold
I,
on.
I
can't,
haven't
I
seen
probably
it.
should say nothing.
Say nothing. Say nothing. So I've never seen an episode of White Lotus, right?
Oh.
Yeah.
Wait.
I know what your question is.
No, you don't.
Go ahead.
Then go for it, big boy. You want to make? If you make a bet that you don't
big,
know it,
Big boy.
yeah, big boy.
Let me let you finish.
So I was on the plane, and when you fly back, you only get like 4 episodes of things. They don't show you like whole seasons of things. So it's like White Lotus. So you had told me that you can start on any season 1, 2, or 3, and it doesn't matter because they're all different. So all they had was White Lotus season 2, the first 4 episodes, and I watched White Lotus season 2, episode 1, and that was it's the only one I watched, and I think I fell asleep or something. Is that okay?
What?
Mike,
What?
have you watched
Wait,
it? Because I feel like
Yes, yes, Amy.
So you're saying
I watched White Lotus season 2, episode 1, and that's all.
Oh, no, you got to go back to
no.
season 1.
Hold
But
on.
everybody kept saying you can watch them all differently.
I think you can.
I have to rethink about this because initially I said no, you could. They're all different, but I think that season 2, what I'm sensing, could be connected
So I should go back.
to season
I
3.
need to go do Amy's brain fryer. Forget that episode.
Go to season 1.
And go back to season
I
1.
would just start
Will I
off.
even like
What
it?
season
Yeah.
are we
Love
it.
on
You'd
right
love it.
now?
3.
Will I like
3.
Will I like White Lotus?
Yes.
Yes, you would love
It's
it.
fantastic.
Because season 1, season 2, episode 1 was Jennifer Coolidge and her assistants there. She's like, stay in your room.
Mhm.
And then, who's watched White Lotus?
Me.
Oh, almost everybody. Except Morgan, not you.
I've tried to start it and I haven't been able to get into it.
So
Oh,
don't
you
You
guys
don't
don't keep
understand.
on with season 2. Just start at season 1.
Yeah,
Yes.
just
Yes.
go.
Go
Did
back.
that spoil anything? Did
No.
that first episode spoil anything?
No.
Okay.
No.
Not
Mike.
that.
No, I would say you don't need to. Like, there is a theory that you don't have to watch them all, but there's like an overarching theme now that connects them. So you're not
Correct.
going to be lost watching season 2 without watching season 1, but you get an understanding of like the show's what it's all about.
Yeah.
You want to know a show that you could do that with and you could jump around, but really you couldn't, but you actually could, was Fargo, the television show.
Oh yeah.
You
Yes.
could watch the seasons out of order because we did, because we started like one of. But I think if you watched it in order, you would have enjoyed it 13% more. But still, we ended up watching it out of order because someone said, "What?" It was awesome, like
Fargo was awesome.
unbelievably great. And the movie we tried to watch, and it seemed a bit dated.
It is, and it's so different
Yeah.
than the TV show.
Yeah.
Like it's not even the same.
The Fargo television show. Anybody watch that?
Yes.
Yes.
No.
All of it?
All seasons?
Yeah.
No, I think I bounced around. I would start it, and if I got interested, I'd do it. So I think I probably watched maybe 3 seasons, but I don't know which
How many
ones.
seasons are there?
Maybe 5.
Oh, I've only seen 2.
If
I
I'm
guess.
guessing. The John Hamm season is when we jumped in first. It's unbelievable.
Yeah.
It's that good?
Yeah, it's really good.
Yeah.
I hate to say that because nothing can live up to the hype of anyone saying something is unbelievably good. It doesn't matter. It's why I don't like saying things are unbelievably good, because I don't want people saying it to me, then I watch it and I do really like it, and I'm still like, well, it wasn't unbelievably good, but it was good. So I don't like doing that. I'll just say I loved it and had really no expectation. And he plays such a great bad guy.
Yeah, in a lot of movies.
I don't know.
And
many
a lot of
more he's in,
shows,
but
I guess. There's Landman. Is he in Landman?
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
I
man.
haven't watched Landman yet.
Ooh, you need to watch that.
Ooh.
Yeah, Landman's good.
It's good.
It is.
Pretty good, man.
It's really good.
We're just at a time where there's so many things happening.
But is Landman just what is that show you guys all watch?
Yellowstone?
Is it just the same thing?
No.
I didn't watch Yellowstone,
No.
so I don't know.
No,
I'm just wondering.
it's nothing like it.
Okay.
Except
It just
for
looked like it because it's all out in the
Taylor
country.
Sheridan. I mean, you have some of the same actors because
And maybe the same style, but it's not in the same
Yeah,
story.
it's like about oil fields and oil.
Did you
about
guys watch
Permian Basin, Midland, Odessa.
Is it look at Amy going local.
Got it.
She's like a comedian that's like says the name of the town to get a bigger reaction. No, how about you guys in Odessa? I love coming to
Hey,
Odessa.
my dad lived there for like a
Permian
year.
Basin.
Traffic's bad in Odessa.
Yeah. I of all those Taylor Sheridan shows, and I haven't seen Landman. I don't think Yellowstone can count because I started way a long time ago and I'm biased on Yellowstone. But I think Lioness
yeah.
is the best show.
Yes. So good.
There's no cheese. And some of those shows they can get a little cheese.
Mm-hmm.
Look it up.
Lioness is, as I quote a wise man, Lunchbox, effing awesome.
Really?
Yeah, it is.
That's
I
really
mean,
good, huh?
it really is.
And season 1 is good, and you're like, that's all. And then season 2 already exists, and season 2 is even better.
I don't know if you can watch Landman though now. Like I watched Landman as Lioness was happening. Now that you've seen Lioness, that one just is it sets all of Taylor Sheridan's stuff on like this really high level.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know that Landman is going to do that for you.
I've
it's
seen a lot of Taylor Sheridan shows.
Very
I like
different.
Taylor Sheridan shows. I haven't watched any of the other Yellowstone shows.
Oh, like
23, 1883.
1883. And,
I was told
they're
by a
good.
friend that 1923 is really good.
Mm-hmm. And it's back.
Yeah, I was told by that I get the years mixed up. So maybe he's 18. I don't know, but that's why the dude got so pissed off at me doing the Yellowstone podcast. He's like, you haven't watched every show?
Oh.
And I love doing the Yellowstone podcast. I got 2 episodes left coming up, but he sent that email. You're not famous enough to get guests, and I'm like,
Where am I with that?
I have 2 more episodes and my contract's up.
Yeah, but I mean with that guy, because you're like when you
Nothing. He didn't respond. He didn't do anything. He said, nothing.
Nice.
Oh,
Nothing.
Taylor Sheridan did Sons of Anarchy.
Uh-huh. And he did
that's good.
the prison show,
Mayor of
Kingstown.
Kingstown.
It's his world, man.
I mean, Sons of Anarchy.
That's right,
is
he's
so
dominating.
good.
He's the white Tyler Perry.
Yeah.
Like, got something in everything and is just killing it. Read me all of his shows.
Yellowstone, Landman, 1883, Special Ops Lioness, 1923, Tulsa King,
Tulsa
Mayor,
King, great.
Kingstown.
Tulsa King's got a little bit of that
Cheese.
that soft cheese, but Tulsa King, I love it.
And
he
the
wrote
cheese-
Sicario.
Yeah,
The movie.
Wow.
Tulsa King's awesome.
And the cheese you're talking about, that's like dialogue cheese, right?
Yes.
Yeah, like the lines,
Yes.
like the one-liners and
yes,
stuff.
yes.
Okay, yeah.
You know, I've never been to Tulsa before. Give me a cheesesteak anytime that's not from here.
And he wrote
Wait,
something
what?
called Hell or High Water that got an Academy Award nomination
Oh,
for
that was a
Best
good one.
Original.
That was a good
I don't even know what that is.
Taylor Sheridan did not create Sons of Anarchy, but he was an actor in the show.
Oh, he's an actor?
Yeah.
Oh, I guess.
What is Hell or
sorry,
High
he's
Water,
just
man?
in
Can you
it.
give me
Sorry, my bad.
the whole Taylor Sheridan world again, Mike?
He's crushing it.
He's killing
Yeah,
it.
he is.
I'm telling you, that Lioness couldn't rave more about it.
Okay.
Like Zoe Saldana.
Oh,
So it's so good. Nicole Kidman's in it. It's just it's
And that's one season?
2.
No, 2.
Oh, 2. Okay. But then they're all out.
Yellowstone, American.
Yellowstone 1883.
Lawman.
Mayor of Kingstown.
Hey, Lawman is good.
Tulsa King.
I don't know why I stopped watching it for some reason. I think another show came back on.
Lawman.
But Lawman Bass Reeves, and it starts with a big battle scene. He's a black sheriff based on a true story back in the 1800s. That's a good one. That's a good one.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
It's like him and Shonda Rhimes are like the 2 leads of all TV shows that are good. She's the other one that did all like that whole.
She kind of took a break, right?
No,
She done making?
I think
don't know.
she just started another one. I
Yeah,
think
she got Shondaland.
I would need to know because I think of him as like the new Tyler Perry, who's a billionaire.
Yeah.
I need to know what Shonda Rhimes does. Maybe I haven't watched enough of her shows.
Oh,
Grey's
there's more
Anatomy.
that.
Never watched Grey's Anatomy.
Private Practice.
Never seen it.
Off the Map. Never heard of it. Scandal.
Scandal.
Oh, Scandal.
How to Get
Scandal was
Away with
awesome.
Murder.
How to Get Away with Murder. That show.
Oh, that was good too.
for a while. And it was
That's
just
good.
ridiculous.
Did they cancel it?
Yeah,
Or
it's
did they
done.
finally not get away with it?
Station
got caught.
19.
like,
The
crap.
Catch.
She was in charge of Bridgerton, that whole series that happened.
Inventing Anna.
Yeah, I don't know.
Oh, that's Anna Delvey.
Yeah, Anna Delvey.
She's got a lot of them.
Charge it to my father.
Remember Anna Delvey? She was the fake.
She on Dancing with the Stars?
No.
No.
Oh,
Yeah, she was.
She was?
was.
Because she was in jail, right?
Yeah, she got
Yeah,
an
ankle
ankle
monitor
monitor.
on.
She was she acted like she was this heiress,
but she wasn't.
in New York, and she got people to give her all this money, or she would get things from me, and she was just like, charge it to my father. I don't know if that's exactly right, but like, there was no charging it to her father.
No, there was no father. I was
Like how?
Ray, give me a voicemail too.
Good morning, studio. I'm giving a shout out to all of us that are fighting cancer. I am on my 7th month of fighting breast cancer, and I have 5 more radiation treatments to go. This has been a really extremely painful journey for me because I'm allergic to all painkillers, and so I can't take any painkillers. So for everybody out there that's fighting cancer, children, teens, adults, we're warriors. We've got this. We can do this. So I'm sending my love and blessings out to you all.
Dang, really sorry to hear that.
terrible.
One, that you're going through this now, but also being allergic to painkillers. I know somebody else who's allergic to painkillers. It's obviously not, they're not going through cancer, but that's a nightmare for them just in normal life. That sucks. I'm really sorry. I appreciate your call, and I think a lot of people will hear that are also going through the same fight you are, and we'll appreciate you sending that because we appreciate you sending that, and we're not going through this fight right now. So good luck with your journey. I'm very sorry to hear about the painkiller thing, too. That's tough. I was crying about ibuprofen 15 minutes ago. I was like, sprained my ankle, Abby. Can you get me an ibuprofen? You know what? She did, didn't she?
She did. Quickly.
And I took and I opened my mouth like she was going to feed him to me, and she was like, And I respected that about her.
Do you think you want to be fed?
No, not at all. But I thought it was funny because she brings in the pack. I do this, and Abby goes, and I was like, all right, girl, you tell me what's up.
We went over that in our therapy thing that Ben and I did with the kids recently, because they weren't nurtured being in an orphanage for those early years. They weren't nurtured in a way that, like, you know, our moms maybe did with us. And they were like, I know this is going to maybe sound weird, but look for ways to, I mean, they're 14 and 17 now, but they're like, look for ways to feed them. Like,
Okay,
playful
Abby,
ways.
next time
Like,
I'm going to need you to
because
do that.
I do wonder if you were, you know, because your mom had you, she was so young and, you know, involved in other, like maybe sometimes your needs like that weren't met because she.
Oh, no, yeah, for sure. I'm not mad at her anymore. I did a whole podcast.
Oh, I know you're not. I'm not saying you're mad at her, but I'm saying
I
like,
was, though, for a long time.
for relationships and trust and like your brain and knowing like I need something and this need's gonna be met. Like I'm hungry.
I don't know
and,
my needs.
Like mirroring that, like when babies sometimes like giggle and then the parents like giggle back.
Yeah.
Like I know for my son when he was dropped off at the orphanage, they said he barely moved, and that means like he just wasn't paid much attention to. So they had to teach him how to roll over because he just didn't get that stimulation. And so anyway, I've been looking for ways to feed my kids, and it's kind of fun.
The airplane one's fun. You ever done the airplane?
Well, yeah, but when they're 14,
do it to me. Oh,
that's good.
I know, but when they're 14, they're like looking at me. They're like, "What are you doing?" And I'm like, "Just come on." Or like my daughter needed medicine the other day, and I tried to like do it and like look her in the eyes as I was doing it, and I'm like, "Come on, let this work. Build trust. Build trust. Build trust."
It's interesting that you bring that up because I talk about that a lot in therapy, not the airplane or the Amy feeding me, but I don't have needs. Quote, that's how I feel. That's what I say.
Right.
But that's not really how I feel, even though I think that's how I feel. I don't have needs. And it's a constant, what are your needs? And be vulnerable enough to express them because I don't know them, because I've never had to have them. I just figured it all out myself. There was never a need that I couldn't meet myself. Never felt like a need. It was just a task. There was a difference to me. And then, so I don't know how to express needs without feeling like a complete wuss, which is also a vulnerability thing.
Mm-hmm.
So if anybody wants to airplane me, I'd love it.
Airplane.
And now I get mad at Abby for not putting.
Next time I get you a spoon,
Yeah.
it's on.
Ray, give me a voicemail 3.
Bobby, my son is 11 years old and wants his first pair of Jordans. He's willing to buy them, but he wants to buy the cheapest ones he can just so he could have them. Should he pay a little bit more for a little better Jordans, or would the cheap ones be just as good? Thank you. Love the show.
I just would need more context to this. He's 11. You're starting to be kind of cool at 11. Or at least there's an attempt to be kind of cool at 11. There's the knowledge of what is kind of cool at 11.
But I don't understand the difference between. I didn't know there was like cheap Jordans
Oh, yeah.
and
Cheaper
I mean, I know
ones.
that there's like rarer ones, but if you're 11, like, why do you need a?
Okay, I'll give you an example here. I do have shoes on the table that we're giving away here. Let me see if I have these. These here, these are size 11 Jordan 1 Retro Highs. So this is a re-release that had happened. So they look old, but they're obviously brand new. There's a strap that goes on the front, which they didn't make these in the later ones because it's so old school 80s that they didn't remake this strap. They released these in 2020. And if you're going to buy regular Jordan 1s, you could probably get some for $110. These were about $350, $400. And so if you're a shoe person, you probably notice the comp is going to be bags with women. You don't have a nice bag, Amy, to impress guys. You have a nice bag because you want to impress women. Guys wear shoes. Impress is a weird word, but I have shoes because I love shoes. Didn't have nice shoes as a kid, so I'm obsessed with them now. And my favorite thing is someone's like, dude, nice. Those are awesome shoes. I give you an example. We were in another country. I don't know which one. They all blur together. It's Austria. So we're in Austria, and there's a memorial there because Hitler crushed Austria terribly. And there's a Jewish memorial there, and in that memorial, underneath the memorial, a lot of, and I don't want to mess up numbers, so I'm just not going to say numbers at all. A lot of Jewish people were killed and placed where this memorial is. Well, they were there first, the memorial is second, right? And there was a group of, I would say, 40 or 50. Is this it, Mike?
I'm not sure, but this is the one that comes up.
I
Is
think
this the one you went to?
Yeah, I think so. I may say this wrong. The Shoah Wall of Names Memorial in Vienna, Austria, commemorates the 64,000 Jewish people from Austria murdered during the Holocaust, with the memorial consisting of a circle of stone walls that carry the names of every Austrian Jew who fell victim. So, I'm not Jewish, but I definitely can take some time and respect everybody that lost their life. So my wife are there. Yeah, that's it, Mike. And so my wife are there, and we're looking at it, and there's a group of like, and you're like, how's this going to be on shoes? But there's a group of like 20, 25 Jewish kids, but they're dressed like what a Hasidic Jew, in my mind, like Modest Yahoo would look like. Remember Modest Yahoo, the rapper?
Yeah, the rapper.
But they're kids, so they don't have long beards or anything. And we're walking, and my wife and I walk. It's another statue we're looking at. They're walking, and they're talking, and I can hear one of them talk about North Carolina basketball in Austria, and I'm like, oh, I think maybe there's some American kids. And one of them walks up and goes, hey, man, those pink Travis Scotts are sick. And I was like, thanks, dude. Did not expect that in Austria. So even in that time, I was like, dang, like I'm a shoe guy. At the one place I did not expect anybody to notice my shoes, I was still like, oh, man, that's all. It made me feel good because the shoes, that's why I wear nice shoes. That's why I like shoes. To get that. So that's the difference. If it were a generic Jordan, no one would have said anything. But the Travis Scotts.
But if you're 11.
But that's what I'm saying. You're starting to be cool enough to understand what's cool and what's not. So if I'm this dad, what size is he? Call this guy back. I need him right now. Get him on tomorrow. Let me talk to him. I would say let the kid do what he wants to do if he has his own money at first. Ray, play that one more time. It's only 20 seconds, and then we'll end with this.
Bobby, my son is 11 years old and wants his first pair of Jordans. He's willing to buy them, but he wants to buy the cheapest ones he can just so he could have them. Should he pay a little bit more for a little better Jordans, or would the cheap ones be just as good? Thank you.
Okay.
Love the show.
He's 11. He's got to start to learn to spend his own money on things like this. So I would let him buy his own. But you could, as a dad, if you love shoes and you wanted to have better shoes, I would do this. I would say, okay, you have $10. I know he has more than that. You have $10 for these shoes. You're going to do Jordans. Anything you make past the $10, I will match, and you can buy you some better ones. If you want to make another $50, I'll give 50. You have another 100 to get nicer Jordans if you want nicer ones. But give him the option. But let him if you're going to let him. That's all.
It's good.
But I'd like to talk to him, Scuba, if that's cool tomorrow.
Yeah, I'll try to find us a number for you.
Okay, thanks.
No problem.
I still have these shoes to give away. It's crazy to me that those white shoes were $1,000. I didn't pay for them.
Not the ones with the
Alexander
studs.
McQueen's.
And they
yeah.
look like brand new.
Yeah, those would be television shoes that they're like, here's your budget of $3,800 for your outfit, and anything you don't spend, we're keeping. So it's like, okay, well, let's just go and find the most expensive freaking thing you can find.
Say no more.
And then I'll just give it away when I'm done with it. But for those, you got to, there's a...
And where'd you wear those?
I wore them a couple times.
I think American Idol. You said?
Yeah, because they're like casual, expensive. The Jules, what's the piano player who's gay?
Elton John?
No, one before him.
Liberace?
Thank you. They're a little Liberace on the back.
Interesting.
But these are Alexander McQueen's. That's a very expensive shoe. And I'm happy to give them away to somebody. We'll play a game or something. But shoes are a whole different world, man. That's it. I think we're done. I didn't even get to the city they found underneath the pyramid. They found did you guys see anybody?
No.
Yes.
It's if true.
Like city functioning
No.
now?
It'll be the greatest, most groundbreaking, historical, societal, technological find in the history of our universe. That underneath the greatest pyramid, they have found these, I think it's 8 cylindrical with coils around it and functioning where they think it could have been taking power from the earth and producing, meaning
silo?
Yes, meaning they had power and they had technology that even we didn't have then. You guys weren't on TikTok watching this for like hours?
No, I would have been all about it though.
8 vertically aligned cylindrical structures arranged in 2 parallel rows from north to south. It goes down a half a mile underground, underneath the pyramid. Vertical shafts, over 2,000 feet, connected to pathways. Could have been full underground cities.
Question.
Unbelievable.
Could this have been a World War II thing?
No. This is thousands of years ago.
Okay. Okay, because the Germans occupied Egypt. And I don't know.
This is underneath the pyramids. Had to be built before the pyramids were built.
Okay.
And probably when the pyramids are like, they're just for dead people. No. Probably was some sort of mass energy producer down there that they had figured. It's wild.
It is wild.
Still hasn't been peer reviewed yet. And they found it with thermal.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Anyway, you guys didn't spend 2 hours on that like I did last night.
No, but now that you've said it, I'm sure our algorithm's going to pull it up now.
One other thing. I can't bring it up yet.
What?
Mike, I shouldn't bring this up yet, right? We take a look at this word, and I wouldn't be specific about it, but I should still hold off because of timing. Okay. Hold off.
What's it have to do with?
Can't. I was going to do it today, but the timing's too close that it will tip it off, even though it's a secret. Okay, that's it. Thank you all. I promise you'll.
So tomorrow?
No, but I promise you'll also not thank me when I tell you. Okay.
So we won't find out, and we also won't thank you.
That's correct.
Okay.
Got it.
But there will be some closure.
So we'll never.
But without not knowing. It's
without knowing what it really was.
Trust me.
So we'll never know.
No, I think we're gonna know, and then
we won't even know that he's telling us.
Then we're not gonna thank him, or we are.
We won't.
What is that?
We won't thank you.
He said we won't thank him.
We won't. I'm confused.
Some gratitude. He's looking for it.
Yeah, appreciation, losers. Thank you, Lunchbox.
Oh, that's what you were doing?
Yeah.
Come on,
Our
little my mom trick.
Yes.
Doesn't.
All right, we're done. We're done. Thank you.